nicely timed, and that's the far side of the ground there. The ball runs away towards the boundary. And Gower never really had any chance at all. That was nicely timed by Graeme Wood. Didn't quite get that, Dyson, but it's gone quickly enough over the outfield. And that's how fast this outfield is. Just didn't quite time it, but it was through the gap between bowler and mid-on. The outfield very quick indeed.
And really, this was nothing more than a gentle push on the onside. And it went very quickly up the hill.
Oh, that's a majestic shot. That'll maybe Jimmy Love, but we'll see. No, yes, half a boot to it, but the weight of the shot carrying it over the boundary. Dyson's third fall. And this was a bad ball by Graeme Gooch, short and wide, the two things you never should do as a bowler in limited over cricket, and Dyson providing the answer. Well, that's out, that's got to be. That was a beautiful ball from Mike Hendrick, pitching about middle and off, leaving the batsman, pushing forward, playing the right shot. No discredit to getting out to a ball like that. And Graeme Gooch making what was a formality, if a slip catch can ever be a formality at first slip. The first wicket down, 43 for 1. Dyson out for 19.
Dyson caught Gooch.
What a fine bowler Mike Hendricks is. Absolutely perfect delivery, just moving a little way off the wicket, although John Dyson was playing round it, rather.
Peter Willey, fielder. And a 50 up with that single to Wood. Oh, that was a wicked blow. That really was painful. Just let's have a look at this delivery from Mike Hendrick. And Wood aiming to push it straight back up the wicket, and oh, I could feel that in here. And beaten for a bit of pace and also bounce here, Wood. And that could well take him a bit of time to recover from a blow like that amidships. Incidents like this are always very funny to the people watching, but not an awful lot of humor in the situation for the man on the recipient end of it. Oh, another good delivery, this time leaving the left-hander. And they're going for two, and this might be close. But Wood, after that blow, is showing a remarkable turn of speed and opting for the second run. I don't know if he's hoping to run it off, but anyway, it doesn't seem to have impaired his speed much. And the only wicket to fall so far, John Dyson, who was caught by Graeme Gooch from the bowling of Mike Hendrick. A good ball which pitched about middle and off and left him a wee bit, and a comfortable waist-high catch to Gooch's right, and the first wicket falling at 43. It's moved on to 61 for 1 from 23 overs. And there's a good old-fashioned Yahoo, and it's disappeared for 4 into the changing rooms. Chancy shot, but brings him 4 runs, bisecting the bowler and mid-on. What a fine ball. Oh, dear me. How do you... Even Jackman knows that was a good one. Pretending it was a leg spinner. Watch this, Mike.
See, initially Jeff Humpage was going down the leg side, and it cut away off the seam. The Australians were very keen not to lose a wicket at this time, but also keen to take advantage of this fifth bowler. And that's 2 runs down to long leg to Graeme Wood, and that's his 50. Good 50. He's had his problems this morning. He's gone for his shots. He's had a little bit of good fortune, but good luck to him.
And the 100 comes up with a leg by. Hendrick is at the Kirkstall lane end now, having switched. And both of them also bowled from the Kirkstall lane end. Very good shot. Shows a couple of things. Supreme confidence and a very, very good eye.
This is a remarkable shot. Very good delivery. And Graeme Wood picks it on the up.
Just like that. And there's a run out. Missed. And missed it. Got it! But given not out. Well, that was a curious mixture of brilliant and mediocre cricket. First of all, the call here and the chance of the run out with Graeme Wood going back and not responding to Yallop's call. A great pick up and throw by David Gower. Humpage can't get up there in time. It's gone past Humpage. Wood still trying to make his ground. And here we are now back with Mike Hendrick. Well, it is all happening here at the moment. Bottom Q end of the bat, and a good save in the end by Jeff Humpage. Shortage of action out there at the moment. And this is just to go back to well, I would say that we've got to mark that down as a chance to Jeff Humpage. It'll be 50 up.
And a good try, and they're going for 2. No criticism there on David Gower, because he was in with a 60-40 chance there, perhaps a 40-60 chance of running out Graeme Wood. And here we get a repeat this time. There's nobody backing up, and that doesn't please the England captain at all.
Well, I don't think the England captain's got any moans there, because he threw it the far end, and Graham Gooch, who would normally take the bowler's end wicket, had gone to the striker's end.
Oh, what a stop! And this could be out. Oh, that was magnificent in any language.
I think that young man is perhaps one of the finest fielders I've ever seen at cover. He seems to pick things up so easily. This is a tremendous stop. Hits the ball like a rocket.
Here we go again, and this time Andy's got him. And an immediate way of answering himself, and Gatting pulls off a wonderful catch. At deep square leg, one of the smallest men on the field produces, if not the catch of the season, certainly won't see anything better than that. Kim Hughes out first ball, caught Gatting, bowled Jackman, naught. That's high up in the air, the man underneath it is Jackman, and what a fine catch. My word, we've seen two wonderful catches in the space of 3 overs. Bob Willis striking with the aid of Robin Jackman, and the 4th Australian wicket down at 187. Botham to Marsh. That's out. So the England captain getting his first wicket in his 8th over. And some good pressure bowling from both ends by England. Jeff Humpage catching something which was pretty straightforward. Wicketkeepers don't miss these sort of catches unless their name is Rodney Marsh, as he did at Edgbaston. That's the kind of catch he dropped off Mike Gatting. But really, you won't see that happen again for another 100 years.
Well, I've no doubt that Graeme will be quite content to get his 100 now, and he deserves it. He pushed for one. It's really the fellow at the other end who's more interesting now, I think, how he is going to play it.
And that's it. 100 runs for Graeme Wood, and a word of congratulations from him, both from the England captain and the people here at Headingley, rising to what's been a marvellous innings for his side. 7 fours. He's been in since the start of the innings at 11:15. It's now nearly 3:15, and that really is an innings which has kept his side very much in the game. 199 for 5, Graeme Wood, 100 not out. Yeah, but safe.
Could be in trouble here. Must be in trouble. And he was in trouble running, apart from anything else. He was hit a very painful blow early on by Hendrick, and he was always struggling there. A lovely throw from Jim Love down on the boundary. And you could almost call that from the moment Graeme Wood turned as being a difficult second run. Standing ovation for Graeme Wood. Not too many centuries scored in limited over cricket matches. He was under a lot of difficulty today once he took that very painful blow. That's a good-looking stroke. It's not exactly the ball Ian Botham would have wanted Willis to bowl at that stage. And after all that, he was still run out. Giving himself 2 yards of room on the offside. The little charge across towards point. Trevor Chappell is going for the single, which Lawson doesn't know about. Lawson suddenly realizes it's happening. That's why they wear helmets these days, for the throw from the keeper to the bowler. And even then, Bob Willis, with a little underarm flick, is able to beat Lawson by an inch or two. And he's out of the last ball. Trevor Chappell is dismissed, caught by Gooch at mid-on of Willis's bowling for 14. 236 the Australian innings ends at, 237 to win for England. So it's not quite what the Australians would have wanted, but it's better than they might have expected at one stage.
And that catch by Gooch, just one of several fine ones by England, particularly the one by Gatting to get rid of Hughes. That was a wonderful effort off the bowling of Jackman, first ball for naught, and also Jackman himself catching a good one off border. But the innings of the day played by Graham Wood, 108, with great support coming from Graham Yallop, 48 he made. They put on 130 together. And John Dyson, 22, and Trevor Chappell with 14, the only other Australians to get into double figures. 236 for 8 from 55 overs with 30 extras. The England bowling, Bob Willis, the leading wicket taker, 2 for 35. A good spell by Mike Hendrick, 1 for 31, containing as ever. And Ian Botham, 1 for 42, as well as Robin Jackman, the other wicket taker, 1 for 48. So England needed 237 to win in 55 overs, and we're going to join the innings right at the start. Rodney Hogg's about to bowl to Graham Gooch, and our commentary team are Mike Smith and Richie Bennett.
Well, that'll be a heartening moment for Rodney Hogg. He didn't get his footing right, and it dropped much shorter than he wanted, but it also gave Graham Gooch a bit of a shock. Nice start for Geoffrey Boycott. Well, if he's caught that, it's a great catch. Boycott's gone. The umpire gave a decision, but in fact Boycott was walking, I think, once it was signalled that it had been caught. Fine effort from Rodney Marsh there. First wicket goes down with 5 on the board. Geoffrey Boycott caught Marsh, bowled Hogg. Good shot from Gatting. The outfield is very quick. Too short. Much too short. And Hughes will need to have a word with his bowler. Just get him to keep the ball up and bowl to his field. Well, might Dennis Lilly have a look at it to see just how much shine has come off. That was a good firm stroke by Gatting. Banged it into the turf and then up against the boundary railings. Well bowled. And although Gatting was pulling the bat away there, I suspect he was doing it after the ball had passed.
No doubt whatsoever. He certainly had a play at that. Pushed very hard at it, and it was a magnificent delivery.
Don't bother chasing that. It's a lovely square drive. He's in good touch, Gatting, as I suppose a man should be, who's just made 96 in a match at Edgbaston.
Magnificent stroke this, foot right down the wicket and hit very firmly and positively square of the wicket. that, he bowls his first half volley, just to prove us wrong. And Graeme Gooch doesn't make many mistakes with half volleys. And that 4 sends up to 50 in a very, very quick time.
As the Australian bowlers are buoyed up with the thought that there's extra bounce in this pitch, extra life for them, and they're not bothering about line and length. They're setting themselves to bowl out the opposition, and that's exactly the way they kept getting themselves into trouble year after year in limited over cricket. And the chase there for Graham Yallop, and it's leaving him, that ball. And he's gone this time. Hogg has picked up Gatting, his second wicket. He had Boycott earlier. Now he's got Gatting from one that really did take off. And it's 71 for 2. Gatting out for 32.
Terry Alderman is proving a very English-type seamer. He's quickly slotted into a very tight line. He bowls a good length, and he keeps plugging away. And I'm sure that he will have a successful tour.
Oh, well bowled. That was a very good delivery indeed, and matches the one he produced at Edgbaston to knock over David Garr. 80 for 3, and a very good performance here from Terry Alderman. Super shot that. Not much foot movement, but it landed right in the middle of the bat.
Lawson with the problem of running up quite a considerable slope here at Headingley. It flattens out about where he is now. And Gooch nowhere near behind the line of that.
And the two innings are taking similar patterns because our bowlers pass the bat a lot without any good fortune, and Australia is doing exactly the same thing.
And a confident appeal, and he's out. Umpire Barry Mayer took his time over that, had a good look at it, and a thoroughly well-deserved wicket for Jeff Lawson. Gooch out for 37, caught by Rodney Marsh. Bowled by Lawson, his third catch of the innings. And the asking rate creeping up to 5 per over now. Oh, that was a fine delivery. And they're going for 2. And Lawson, Hogg returning the ball, but Lawson absolutely cheesed off by that, because that was certainly a wicket-taking ball if ever there was one. And he's bowled him. Much too close for the little chop shot that Jimmy Love was attempting to play, and Trevor Chappell strikes. A very important blow for Australia.
I'm sure Jim Love was fretting a little bit here. He's struggling to get the ball away, and as you can see, he played a most unwise shot. Good length ball.
And you can see the advantage for Australia. It only lost 1 wicket at a comparable stage.
I think really the great difference in this period after tea has been the way the Australians have bowled a better line and a better length, and they've put England under tremendous pressure. which is what I feared might happen. They've slipped into their Edgbaston role and bowled very tight and very, very well.
And that's a fine shot. So strong. Just a little clip of the blade. And there's absolutely no need to run. And that's one place you don't want to bowl at Ian Botham, is well up on the leg stump.
He's tremendously powerful on and just outside the leg stump. He just rolls the wrists, times this shot beautifully, and it races to the boundary.
That could be out. It is. It is indeed. He may have missed it on the way down, but that's a fine wicket, and Trevor Chappell delightedly congratulating his captain. A wonderful catch, diving forward. Ian Botham not quite to the pitch of the ball, and that is a wicket which England could ill afford to lose, and may well have clinched it in Australia's favour. Confident start, though. That's the end of Chappell's over, his 4th over. And despite all the disparaging things that have been said about his bowling in the first 2 matches, he's turned in a performance of 2 for 9. And you can't answer anyone more emphatically than that. And a half chance, possibly, technically so, and just a single. And the bowler Lawson applauding a great effort.
Well, again, and the slide was a little bit too early. First 4 that's been hit off Trevor Chappell, very firmly struck by Peter Willey. 121 for 6. Good shot. No man in that slip or gully area, and that was quite a straightforward, authentic stroke from Peter Willey. The batsman out so far. Gooch 37, Boycott 4, Gatting 32, Gower 5, Love 3 and Botham out for 5. Humpage 6 not out. Willey 27. This is Terry Alderman bowling to Humpage. And it's in the air. Alan Border at cover, going around under it. Takes it safely like a baseballer. And it's now 133 for 7. A very well judged catch, and England in disarray here now in the last of these Prudential internationals. Australia having made 236 for 8. England needing 237 to win. Now 133 for the loss of 7 wickets. That's a good shot. That's a fine blow from Jackman. Too short again from Dennis Lilly. He hasn't really been up there forcing the batsman to come at him today. Certainly been pitching it in much too short. Got him, Rodney Marsh, at the second attempt. Just a little juggle, and there was a lot of bounce in that delivery from Rodney Hogg. Man out is Peter Willey. Caught Marsh, bowled Hogg for 42.
Oh, and is that out? Did it carry? Marsh is claiming it. Umpire Barry Mayer lifts the finger. The match is over. Australia are the victors.